And I'm going to be cutting half of this stuff out anyway. I'm going to do a little actual editing and stuff too. But anyway, if you're not following me on Twitter, first of all, follow me on Twitter. If you are following me on Twitter, you may have seen that I posted this a couple of days ago. There's a thing called the 75 hard. And I'm not talking about the millimeters in my pants. No, the 75 millimeters, which I think works out to like 3 inches anyway. Oh, unusable. Anyway, so no, I gotta stay over here on the side.
That's 90% of the things that you're gonna have me in on is unusable.
So 75 hard is a challenge. You have 75 days, and you have to do these objectives, right? And if you fail to do the objective, the hard part of it is if you fail to do it, you start again at day one, right? I think in theory it's a fantastic thing to attempt to do. Yeah, I think it's dope. It sets a lot of it is just like putting yourself in the right mental space, the right physical space to be able to succeed. You know, read a self-help book. Read at least 10 pages of a self-help book, right? Go out and do a workout, right? Twice a day, and one has to be outside. Drink, a gallon of water a day. I think all of the individual objectives are awesome. They're incredible. I think they're awesome. I think there's something to aspire to do, right? Where I have an issue with the 75 hard simply boils down to if you fail one day, you have to start over again. I don't like that. I think it focuses too much on the negative aspect, and it's a punishment. Whereas 75 soft, it's like the challenges, yes, are a little bit easier, but you don't have to start over. And I think that's important. That's why I'm saying this is my 75 soft. This is my version of 75 soft. I pick and chose a couple of different things. I did pick a couple of things from the 75 hard. A couple of things that I found in a lot of different 75 softs, and I just combined it together to just do my own. And so really anyone can come up with their own objectives that they want to do and they want to challenge themselves. And I threw out a challenge to my wife and to Sly, who's here. I think you guys heard him cough. By the time I end up editing and moving things around, you will have heard Sly. Sly, if they didn't hear you, do you mind introducing yourself?
What's up? How we doing?
There you go. That's Sly. Over at Big Sly TV. Literally everywhere. TikTok, right?
Yeah.
YouTube, right?
Yeah. Big Sly TV.
Twitch, right? Twitter.
Instagram.
Insta. Kick. Yeah. Are you on Blue Sky?
I don't really use Kick, but Blue Sky, Blue Ski. I called it Blue Ski for the longest time. Not because I didn't know it wasn't Blue Sky, but because I like being different, and Blue Ski just sounds like something a wrestler would call it.
I like Blue Ski actually.
Like LA Knight would come out and be like, "I'm on the Blue Ski," and then
I actually like Blue Ski now. So I challenged a couple of friends and tagged a couple other people, would be like, hey, if you want to do it, go ahead, do it. Well, let me rephrase that. I voluntold some people and then challenged other people. Sly was one of the voluntold.
And then told people.
And then there you go. And then also shout out to Jinxie as well. I think he's volunteering some people as well to take part of it. But really what it is, it's just about setting up a foundation and a base for you, right? Everyone comes into the new year and they're like, pie in the sky, hashtag new year, new me. Within 2 weeks, everybody quits. Not everybody, but a lot of people quit. What 75 hard and 75 soft attempts to do is to just be like, hey, listen, here's some guidelines. Here's some things that you should really achieve for, and makes it more objective based. And it's incredible. So I just kind of tailored it a little bit different just to, kind of, again, make it that it's obtainable, but still make it challenging enough. So spend 5 minutes journaling every day. I should have had my journal here so I can show it to you. Cue the YouTube editor. Delete this. I'll be right back.
What's up, Mr. Editor? You're gonna have to edit all this out too. I'm just gonna, throw out there that Pittsburgh Steelers down 14-19, 4 minutes left in the game, and oh, he's back, so you can cut it here, editor. He's back.
It's me. I'm the editor.
I know. No. With the gimmick, the bit.
No, the bit.
Keep the bit going.
So 5 minutes of journaling. Hey, you know what's really super convenient about 5 minutes of journaling? You can go on Amazon.com, use promo code SLY, search 5 minute journal, and you know what you'll find? The 5 minute journal. Look at that. It's a gorgeous thing. You know what's really awesome about this journal? Let me tell you what's really awesome about this journal. it gives you prompts. You have prompts. I am grateful for. What are 3 things that you're grateful for when you wake up in the morning? What would make today great? What are 3 things that would make today a really great day for you? Affirm yourself. Speak something positive about yourself. You know, like the 3rd little objective there on my screen. And then at the end of the night, what are 3 highlights of your day? What's something that you learned today? That one's big for me because I'm studying to be an educator. And I find that if you didn't learn something in the day, I feel like it's a little bit of a wasted day. But that's fine. You may not learn. You might just learn. You know what? Blue and yellow make green. Maybe you went through your entire life and you didn't know that. You just learned that. You learned something new today.
Blue and yellow make green.
You didn't know that, dude? Yeah.
Oh,
it's crazy, right?
I know what I'm writing in my journal tonight.
There you go. $20 on Amazon. 5-minute journal. There you go.
Also, if you don't have $20, you just watched Rican explain what a 5-minute journal is. Go down to the Wally Mart, grab a spiral and use this video every time you need to do a 5-minute journal to get the questions. And when you're checking out at Walmart, just look your cashier in the face and go, code SLY. It'll do as much there as it did on Amazon.
You gotta use code Clan Diesel on Amazon. That's right. That was my mistake. Oh man. But no, seriously. So spend 5 minutes a day just kind of reflecting on you. Just reflect on yourself. Reflect what's going good. What can you do to make today great? Right? At the end of the day, spend a couple minutes. And today was awesome. Here's some of the cool things that we did today. Like and you know what? I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, oh no, you can't see my thoughts. So I let's see here. So for example, on December 31st, what am I grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for the fact that today is December 31st and this is the last day of a very long year. It has been a very long year. What would make today great? So on the 31st, I had off. Jen was working, but I had off. What would make today great? I want to take, we want to order takeout for the boys tonight. That would make today great. If we can have enough time to order takeout for the boys. So what was the highlight of the day? So we all went out for a walk. So Jen got home from work. We went out for a walk. It wasn't crazy. Again, it's not difficult. It's not like you're inventing the wheel or anything like that, but it just gives you a couple of minutes to kind of take stock of where you're at and then just kind of review. Again, the 75 challenge for me is about being positive, setting yourself up for success and not concerning yourself with the failure. Another big thing about the 75 hard that I don't agree with, and the second objective is kind of really my big sticking point. So for 75 hard, almost universally, it's 2 45-minute workouts and one has to be outside a day. Sly, are you able to do that?
I'm not the best one to ask about this because I could if I wanted to do that.
You could.
I have plenty of time, but I also am not a father. I'm not a husband. I don't have a lot of the outside things that would block me from having that time because like you want to spend time with your wife, you want to spend time with your kids, you got to do your work.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I don't have all that, so like I have the free time to do it. So I'm not the good person to ask about this, but the normal person.
Fair. So the average person, right? Let's just say the average person. Let's not even take into account having a wife and kids, right? Let's not even or a family, right? Let's not even take that into account. Let's just say the average person, 18 to 25, 25 to 30, whatever the Nielsen ratings break it down, right? Let's just say the average adult 8-hour shift minimum, maybe let's say an hour or two of travel time of commute, right? We're at 10 hours. So you get up in the morning, an hour to get ready, right? So we're at 11 hours. You have 8 hours of sleep, average 8 hours of sleep. So now we're at, what's that? That's 19 hours. So you have 5 hours left in your day. Now theoretically, sure, you can fit in an hour and a half worth of exercise. So what are you gonna do? Are you now waking up at, let's say you have a 9 to 5, just a standard 9 to 5. So you're up at 7:30. You're out the door at 8:50. Maybe you're up at 7, and then you're out the door at 8:50. So now what are you doing? You're waking up at 6. Okay. And then you're home. You get home at 6. I have dinner, right? Maybe you want to read a book, right? Because that's the other objective. You got to read a book. You got to read 10 pages of a nonfiction self-help book, right? You're a slow reader. That's going to take you an hour. I got to come home and take a shower at the end of the day, right? So a lot of it is just kind of like it's too much to do. So what do we do? Do we just sit around and not do nothing? No, we're still gonna, build that foundation. You're still gonna work out, but you don't have to do two 45-minute workouts. Maybe you do a 30-minute workout instead. Do a 30-minute workout. Does it have to be outside? No, can be. You don't have a gym. You're gonna work out outside, or you can work out in here, right in your living room. Throw something up on YouTube. There's so many different videos that you can find on YouTube, the home exercises. And the other portion, I think there's probably a small population of people who think workouts like, oh, I gotta go lift, oh, I gotta go out on this run, oh, I gotta do it. No, just active rest workout is just you're doing some stretching, doing some core work. It doesn't have to be crazy. You're not rebuilding the wheel. We're just trying to build foundational level stuff to be able to succeed. 75 days here at the beginning of the year and set yourself up for success over the other 290 days. That's mental math for y'all. That was real quick. Somebody check my math. 290 plus 75 equals? Anybody?
365.
365. Thank you, sir. Gallon of water today. Gallon of water each day. So I believe, and I could be wrong, and I'm probably quoting some old science scriptures, but the ideal sort of target for water intake is supposed to be half your body weight in ounces.
Yes, 1 ounce for every 2 pounds.
Right? Yeah. So
that was the one I would say, like, you might know this because like Jinx is only 160 pounds. So like 80 ounces is his kind of water.
Yeah.
For him to get a gallon, he's like drowning himself.
Yeah, that's 50% more than, But see, I weighed in at I think 233. I tweeted what my starting weight is for this is at 233. So for me, half my body weight in ounces is 150. It's a little bit over a gallon. But we aim for a gallon. And also, I don't know, I haven't taken any sip, but shout out to Sly for this one.
Hey, what flavor
Drink.
you got?
I got strawberry lemonade.
So the lemonades are actually my least favorite.
I'm gonna agree with you. This strawberry lemonade one tastes like ass. I'm not a fan of it.
I didn't think it tasted bad. It just didn't have enough flavor. I felt like I was having to crank it up to get flavor.
Yeah, I don't like the flavor itself.
I really like the black cherry.
I had the white cherry. Macho absolutely loved the white cherry. So we bought 3. We bought white cherry because it had electrolytes. It's got what plants needs. And then we bought the strawberry lemonade and the regular lemonade. But yeah, drink your water. And listen, don't let people tell you drinking flavored water is not drinking water. Drink water however you're gonna drink water. Don't drink soda. Or drink soda, it's fine. I don't care. Like, drink soda. But make sure you're drinking water. And flavored water is just fine. Flavored water is just fine. But yeah, that one you may have to adjust. Gallon of water each day. Again, I should be drinking a little bit over a gallon. I'm supposed to be drinking 152 and a half gallons, 152 and a half ounces of water. Read at least 10 pages of a book. Again, 75 hard. You have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction, preferably self-help book. Right now, I have one of those. Shit, I forgot to choose. Better cut that. I have one of those. Atomic Habits. Tiny changes from bar. You don't read it, you have to restart. And I'll be honest, nonfiction, not interesting sometimes. Especially when you're trying to psychoanalyze yourself and correct yourself. You don't want to do it. Just read books. Educate yourself. Open your mind up to more things. Right now I'm reading this redonkulous tale. It's like a historical fiction. It's called The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. Really cool. It's first of all, what hooked me is that it's set in New Jersey, right? It's set in North Jersey, and then calls back to the fictional Oscar Wilde's family in Santo Domingo. It hooked me, but it's great. It's fun. I find myself lost in that book. As a matter of fact, yesterday at the gym for my workout, I was on the treadmill and I just read for the 20 minutes that I was on the treadmill. I read. Definitely read more than my 10 pages. But find something that interests you and read. Just take a few minutes to yourself and read 10 pages. Easy. This one I think a lot of people are going to struggle with because a lot of what I want to do is chart the progress, right? And I think a lot of people just kind of struggle with their own self image. And I'm somebody. Thank you, Sly. I'm somebody that does struggle with that. I was really fat. Like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I was obese. I still feel that way. I still look in the mirror and say, "This is wrong with me. I need to improve this. I need to improve that." I'll catch Jen looking at me, and I'm just like, "What's wrong? What is it that Like earlier today, she was looking at me, and I was like, what's wrong? What is it that you're staring at?" It's a battle. It's a constant battle, and the progress pictures are going to be the one that I think puts a lot of people off. But you don't have to share those pictures. Pictures are just for you, so you can see your progress, because you won't see it if you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day. But when you will see it, at these check marks, at these checkpoints, you're going to see it. You're going to see where you started, you're going to see where you finished, and then as you look at your pictures, you're going to see, oh damn, this is where I started seeing a little more definition. Look, there's a little more definition there in the core. Oh, the veins are starting to pop out a little bit post workout. Oh, that's kind of dope. Start it, because you will not see it, and other people will tell you. Sly will confirm this, because he and I have talked about this a few times. Sly will tell me I'm looking good, and I just don't see it. And the other day, I think, what was it? On the 31st or the 30th, I stood up and I was in front of the camera. I was like, "Damn, yeah, I do look good." And Sly was like, "I told you that shit 3 weeks ago. I told you that 6 weeks ago." You're not gonna see it. Other people will notice it first. The pictures will help you see it to keep you motivated and keep you connected. Sly, what do you think?
Yeah, yeah. Others will always notice the changes long before you do, just because it's that whole your own worst critic at all times.
Mm-hmm.
You are with yourself 24/7. Nobody else in the world is.
Mm-hmm.
You will always look at and see what's wrong, what's bad, what's negative. Everybody else only gets you for brief moments. They're gonna see what's positive, what's changing, what's pushing new directions, new things.
And then and so the progress perks also kind of go hand in hand with the last one. So focus on fit, not the scale. Yeah, you know what? I'm personally, I tweeted out what my starting weight is, because I'm a numbers guy. I mean, we off video, we were talking sports, talking stats, and how some people are just like, they're sucker for some numbers. They want the figures, right? They don't care about anything else. They just want the numbers. And I'm a numbers guy. I don't put all of my faith in numbers, because contrary to popular belief, numbers can lie too. But it's important to keep track of that, right? But don't focus on the scale. Everybody knows, and if you don't know, let me tell you, muscle weighs more than fat. In a vacuum, yeah, 1 pound of muscle is equal to 1 pound of fat. But as you start to build muscle, you're going to gain weight. That just happens. That's how it is. However, you're also going to lean out. You're going to get smaller while simultaneously getting bigger. It's an oxymoron. Go with it. Okay? So the scale may say you're still, in my case, 230 pounds. But when you put on a shirt that 2 weeks ago you could not put on, or it hugged your stomach way too tight, so you saw your stomach sticking out, and you had the proverbial dad bod and the keg stomach, and now it's coming in and it's slim and there's a little looseness to it. Well, there you go. Focus on the fit, not the scale. Take your progress pics so you see why it's fitting better, even if the scale is lying to you a little bit. Because the scale is going to lie. Numbers lie. 230 pounds of somebody cut and lean is different than 230 pounds of someone like me. It's just true. And you see it. You see it. Bye. Comments?
Yeah, so I mean the whole muscle weighs more than fat. You're right. A pound of fat and a pound of muscle is both going to be a pound. The problem is the pound of muscle is going to have much less volume than the pound of fat. The pound of fat takes up more space, right? So when you're looking at your body, the scale may tell you that you didn't lose a single pound in the last week, but you somehow lost an inch on your waistline, right? That's because that, like, you are physically getting smaller, but that volume that's taking up space is physically getting smaller, but the weight is different because that muscle is just denser. It weighs more in a smaller like object. Right? We've all carried a big box that weighs 50 pounds and then tried to pick up a 50-pound dumbbell. They're both 50 pounds. One of them's a lot smaller.
Again, Rome wasn't built in a day. Your health is not going to be built overnight. It takes 21 days to build a habit. This is a 75-day challenge. This is a 75-day change. And it's designed in a way to challenge you, but to be obtainable, to be completable. And the best part is you don't have to start over again. If you want to start over again, feel free to do so. It's going to be a struggle. I've been through this now for 2 years. January 16th of 23, I went and got my physical done. I went and got my blood work done. And I type 2 diabetic. Really bad. At how old am I, dude? 30, 36, 30, 37 this year. Yeah. 37 this year, later this year. I have 2 kids. And I come from a family with a history of heart problems and a history of diabetes and a history of this and a history of that. And I finally had that come to Jesus moment where it was like, I need to make a change. So 2 years ago, January 16th, I believe it was, like, okay, we're going to get serious about this. And it's not easy. It's still a struggle. And that's what I should have put as the last one here. Find your why. Find your why, because the minute I found mine, not saying that it's easy now, but it got a lot easier because I was no longer focusing on the superficial. I wasn't doing it because I'm like, oh, I want to look sexy. I want to not wear my shirt at the beach. I was doing it because I wanted to get healthy for my kids so that I can be around when, in 15 years, in 10 years, they get signed to the Austin FC Academy and start playing for the academy team, or maybe go overseas and play for a Premier League team or La Liga or something, Not projecting at all. But I want to be there for them. And I want them to see that what they have is not what they're going to get. I really wish I had a picture. I probably
Just make sure you cover up.
Oh, yeah, no. No, of course. Let's see here. Let's see how I can best cover this up.
Or just like hold your hand up and have the editor slap a picture of your face where your hand would be.
You do that too. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm pretty sure it's covered good. So there you go. This was when I first came to Texas, some almost 9 years ago. I actually have the same hairstyle right now. That was me 9 years ago.
In that photo,
I think it is. That was me 9 years ago. This is me now. Yeah, sure. The beard probably hides a little bit of the double chin. The beard hides a little bit of double chin. But I'm not the same person that I was in that picture. But I was that person up until about 2.5 years ago. See if I can find a Facebook picture real quick. Let's see here. There was a picture that came up in my feed recently. I think it was during I should show that one, but Kisa's gonna be mad at me if I show that one.
Just zoom into where you can't see Kisa.
No, because she deserves to shine too. She deserves to shine too. So this is my wife and I on our wedding day. That's my wife and I on our wedding day. We hadn't been to a wedding since our wedding. Right? This was us last month or in November at a wedding. She deserves to shine just as much as I do because she put in the work first. I piggybacked off of her. Shit. Right? I piggybacked off of her. She started.
Damn, look at you in that suit.
All right, we look kind of good, right? You don't look too bad. Right?
You look like Will Smith about to take you under his wings. You gonna kill some aliens, brother.
So, speaking of my wife, no, but what was the picture I was looking for? I think I had it saved. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Here's one. This was 2021. This was 2021. All right. In this same living room. That was 2021. This is 2025. Right? It takes time. It does. It does. You gotta want it, but you gotta find your why. It's easier. I showed them the picture of you. The one from the wedding. The one from our wedding and the one from Bert's wedding. So that they can see it takes time. It's gonna be a struggle. I heard that. It's gonna be a struggle. But again, not a professional. Or not even again, this is the first time I'm saying it. Not a professional. But follow the objectives. Set that foundation. And as you grow and mature, you'll find ways to make it even better for you. And the most important part is I'm doing this and I'm being open and out about it because I gotta find the support. See, I'm lucky. I said she started it. I just fed off of her. We support each other, and that's what I want to do here, with vlogging this, with using this as a video diary, with posting videos, with talking about it. I want to be that support if you need the support. If you don't need the support, well, thank you for stopping by and hanging out for a few minutes. If you want to throw stuff at me and see what sticks and bounce ideas off of me, I'm doing this through my own, what I'm looking for, my own researching, right? I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I look to see what's online, gather information, and then I kind of go from there and develop from there. It's something that is doable, but you need to set that foundation. So I hope you jump in, take part of the challenge here with myself, with my wife, with Sly once he starts feeling a little better. Follow us on Twitter, Recon Streams, Big Sly TV. Let us know how your progress is. Let us know if you hit a stumbling block. Let us know what we can do to help. We're here to try and be better. Let's finally actually say, when we say new year, new me, let's mean it. Let's not just let it be a hashtag with zero follow through. Set those foundations. 75 days. January, well, from whenever you start. I started January 1st. 75 days from January 1st puts us roughly, I think, I gotta do math again. 30 days have September, April, June, November. So we have 31 here in January.
Puts us mid-March.
28, 50. Yeah, puts us mid-March, like March 20 something. Ooh, that's fun. I'm running the Alamo. I'm doing the half marathon down in San Antonio March 2nd. So that's actually gonna be a really awesome measuring stick for me as part of the 75. That's awesome. I'm actually really excited. I'm more excited about the half marathon. Share with us your victories. Share with us your areas of your area of opportunities. Right? Don't dwell on failure. Don't view it as you failed. View it as, okay, I got a chance to improve this. I had a chance to better this. Anyway, thank you guys for catching the first episode. I'm sure this will probably be better moving forward. Been a long time coming. I try to do dad bod and ride bod. You'll probably see that video pop up. You can kind of see. I think when I did that episode 0 of dad bod and ride bod, it definitely was a lot heavier.
Yeah.
And also it was like by myself. I didn't have the luscious tones of Big Sly helping me out here.
Oh yeah, what's up, baby?
Oh yeah.
You didn't know?
Nope. But no, seriously, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have watched, leave a comment. Let me know if you're gonna do it, and if you're not gonna do it, that's fine. Let me know what you would fix if you were to do your own 75 challenge. What would you do differently? What would you add? What would you take away? What would you edit? Ultimately, this is my challenge, or this is my objective. And they work for me. Might not work for you. But talk to us. Be friends. Help each other. Let's build each other up. Make 2025 actually mean new year, new you. That's it. That's all I got. Sly, you got anything you want to
add? I think you hit it.
Maybe later.
Maybe later what?
Never mind. That goes to the OnlyFans. Maybe later I hit it. All right,
I was
YouTube.
so confused.
You're good. You're good. All right, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Leave a like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't. We'll talk.